is my domain negative infinity to 1 and 1 to infinity?
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty easy, right?
Yep.
What about if I have something like this? We have to factor, Sammy, the bottom,
No.
right?
Yeah.
What multiplies to negative 10 and adds to negative 3?
Oh yeah, -3. I was thinking 7 for some reason.
Negative 5 and 2,
7.
right?
Yeah.
I put each of them over 2, reduce. Don't I have 2x minus 5 and x plus 1? What can x not be?
5/2.
And negative 1? So how do I write that for domain? Negative infinity, negative 1, negative 1,
To 5/2.
and 5/2 to infinity? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what about, whoops, f of x equals 7 over x squared plus 49.
7. Oh, wait.
X plus 7 and x minus 7.
It can be anything.
No, it should be x plus 7 and x minus 7 because it's a plus.
It's squared, so it can be.
So it's
X minus 7.
Oh,
is
yeah.
right. Not x
negative
minus 7,
infinity
x minus 7.
to infinity?
What?
Because if it's squared, it can't be negative.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that would make it 0,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's domain. Is that all right?
Why do we keep doing domain? I don't. Like, didn't we do this already?
Because eventually you'll be able to do it.
That's the problem is that this entire time I still have yet to figure out how to do it. Like, when you do it, it makes sense, but then when we have to do
I
it,
know.
sometimes it's like, I really do this. We do it, and it makes sense because it makes sense. But it's a matter
But it
of
doesn't make
thinking.
sense at the same time.
It's a matter of trying to think of. It's like whenever we had to do the whole thing with the equations, where you had to like figure out which equation to apply to it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like something I don't know what to do.
Okay, I'm going to give you a graph. I'm going to ask you all kinds of things about this graph.
Oh, you don't have to graph, do we? We're just today?
No, you are not graphing.
Yes. Oh, did we do this last year?
I don't know.
Is this like greater than or equal to?
No.
I'm pretty sure we did this last year.
Are you? You might have done some of it.
Is this something asymptotic?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot what an asymptote is.
Isn't it something that it won't touch that? Right. Yeah.
All right, this is the graph. The dotted lines that I drew are asymptotes. An asymptote is a dotted line the graph gets closer and closer to. It can cross.
I knew it.
a horizontal asymptote.
I knew it because in my calculator it always would cross it. Ms. Schuler said it can't cross it.
It
I knew
can
it.
cross a horizontal asymptote. Yes, it can.
To us.
All right.
This is so.
It cannot cross at the ends, but it can cross it. All right.
Wait, what do you mean by at the ends?
Like, as it goes here.
So where
But
is
it could cross here in the middle. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a problem, and I just need you to answer it. All right? I'll give you a question.
Okay.
This is the way it is written. It says as x arrow
yields?
negative infinity.
It's yields.
That's an arrow.
It's yields. Chemistry.
Well, this isn't chemistry.
I know that.
Okay. This says as x approaches negative infinity, as x goes to negative infinity, what does y do? Okay, this is x, isn't it? What is y getting close to?
Negative infinity.
No, it isn't.
Going closer to zero.
Zero.
Oh. But I thought.
As x goes that way, it can't cross the asymptote, so isn't it getting closer and closer to that asymptote at zero?
But if it can't cross it, then it never gets to zero.
But it would get so close it would round to zero.
So it never truly. So like an asymptote can't continue going on forever, can it? Because at one point it would have to just stop getting closer to zero.
No, because, okay, if I took a step halfway to the back wall
Yeah.
every time,
Yeah.
technically,
You would never reach.
I would never reach it. But
What?
to the naked eye, we would think I did.
You get like halfway.
Because I could be one trillionth away from the wall. Okay.
No. And what she's saying is like, is that you get half of whatever round to zero. Yes.
It's like chasing the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
This says, as x approaches 3, this little negative means from the negative side, from the left. Yes. So as I'm getting close to, as my graph is going to 3, from the negative side, from the left, what is y doing?
it goes down. Goes down.
To what's down?
Negative infinity.
Negative infinity.
So that's negative infinity, but the other one is zero.
Down is negative infinity. This is 0.
Wait, so it is negative infinity also.
No, but that one's talking about y. So
It's talking about y. F of x is y.
I get it. It's up.
As x approaches 3, what does that mean?
Right side.
The right side. So as I'm coming to 3 from the right, where am I going?
Positive
infinity.
Mine's low.
I'm just asking questions.
My exhausted mind.
As x approaches infinity, as x approaches infinity, as x is going right, what's it getting close to with y?
0
0.
or negative 0.
No, there's no such thing as a negative 0.
Oh.
Nice try. When is the graph? Oh, that's I want to write this. The graph is increasing over the interval what? What does increasing mean? Going up. As I read the graph from left to right, when is it increasing?
Left. So it never increases.
Never increases, thank you.
Wait, what?
As I go from left to right, where does the graph go up?
It never goes up.
It never goes up. It's always going down, isn't it?
Get it?
Make
But if
sense?
it said right to left, so is the next question when it's increasing?
How do we know if it goes from left to right?
It tells you.
Oh.
Question mark?
You read from left to right.
Yeah, but like, is it gonna?
Again, China.
But what if it says right to left?
Think you do right.
Oh, I understand.
Where is the graph decreasing?
All of them.
With the exception of 3.
With the exception of 3. So how do I write that?
Whoa.
Three, then infinity.
Always write it left to right. Make sense? Okay. What is the domain of my graph?
It was negative infinity and 3 for the negative infinity.
Negative infinity to 3, 3 to infinity.
Domains with graphs are so easy.
What?
Domains with a graph is so easy.
Much easier, yes. What is the range?
Oh, I always get this one wrong. That would be negative. That'd be negative infinity to 0, 0 to infinity.
Do you agree?
I think so, yeah.
Right? Now, what is the vertical asymptote?
3.
No,
The vertical
I know.
is.
I'll talk to Lily.
An asymptote always has to be a letter equal a number. It is not just a number because it's a line. X equals 3.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Now, what is the horizontal
It's more like
asymptote? No,
Why?
y equals 0.
Right. Got it.
Make sense? This is what we're doing today.
Okay.
That's not bad, is it?
I don't think so.
oh no.